Okay. I am here, I think. Yes. Okay. I'm back to do the Aardvark book club picks, and I'm very excited to see what they have. Don't even know how many picks they have. I think maybe 5 this month. Who knows? We're going to find out together. But I just finished up talking about the book of the month picks. So that's available on my channel if you want to go over those with me. And right now we're going to go over the Aardvark book club picks. And I do have a link in the description. You can use my code TalkBookish to get your first book for only $4 if you're a first-time US member joining. So I think that's pretty amazing. So let's see what they're offering this month. I literally have no idea. They do the best clues though on Instagram. I don't know if you guys are following them on Instagram. If you're not, you should be, because they just do the best clues. So they did like a what's in my bag, and you scroll and it shows you it gives you clues about like the books and stuff like that. So that's like the what's in my bag. Oh, I know I was going to mess that up. They give you different things that could be in the bag. And then they also did where in the world. So they'll give you like locations of different things, and you can try to figure out where the book's set. They also do the undercover agent, where they show you what it looks like under the dust jacket. And that's super fun because sometimes these colors correlate with what's on the cover. They also did the Pantone, which is my favorite one that they do, where they show you the vibes of the cover and you can try to guess what they are. So if you're not following Book of the Month or Aardvark Book Club on Instagram, you need to be, because I just love it. They even had this one, which was different for them. It told if it was it said beginner mode, and it was A to Z, I guess, by title, if it was short or long, if it was past or present. And then they had level 2 intermediate mode, if it was rural or city, character or plot, slow burn or heart racing, and then level 3 expert mode, innocent or spicy, magical realism or fantasy. So I thought that was just so fun. And it's fun trying to figure out the clues, and they tell you which book it goes to, book number 1, book number 2. So you can kind of try to figure it out. Anyway, you have to follow them on Instagram. Okay, let me see who's here. Kelly made it over. And Jesse's here with this one. Woohoo! Yes. Good morning. I woke up late and missed the Book of the Month live. I will go back and watch after this. Yeah, you can do that very easily. Okay, let's go ahead and share my... Their clues are always so fun. Yeah. All right, let me share my screen. I have to share it like this. Okay, let me double check that I'm sharing. I want to be down here. Okay, there we are. That's better. Okay, we have James, a Pulitzer Prize finalist, it's historical fiction and literary fiction, a brilliant action-packed reimagining of Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Okay, told from the enslaved Jim's point of view. Let's see. Okay. Slavery, racism, racist slurs, murder, rape, violence, child abuse. So lots of content warnings here to be aware of. Okay, I didn't even know this was a thing that was happening, but they do have the taste the first page right here. When the enslaved Jim overhears that he is about to be sold to a man in New Orleans, separated from his wife and daughter forever, he decides to hide on nearby Jackson Island until he can formulate a plan. Meanwhile, Huck Finn has faked his own death to escape his violent father, recently returned to town. As all readers of American literature know, thus begins the dangerous and transcendent journey by raft down the Mississippi River toward the elusive and often unreliable promise of the free states and beyond. All right. Next, we have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, repeat author, early release, and romance. College exes break all the rules when they reunite years later in this enemies to lovers second chance romance, the highly anticipated companion novel to The Cheat Sheet. All right, we have some content warnings: sexism and ableism, spice rating 3 of 5, open door, So that's good to know. I like that that's included. And it's kind of like a football, it says Nora McKenzie's entire career lies in the hands of famous NFL tight end Derek Pender, who also happens to be her extremely hot college ex-boyfriend. She didn't end things as gracefully as she could have back then, and now it has come back to haunt her. It's her first client as an unofficial full-time sports agent, and he's holding a grudge. That sounds funny. Don't just take our word for it. Taste the first page. I know a lot of people are going to be excited about that one. So if you want to pick it up, use my code TalkBookish. Get you your first book for $4. Oh, this is an interesting cover. I've never heard of this before. We have A Sweet Sting of Salt, romance, historical fiction, debut, early release, LGBTQIA+, and fantasy. Once a young woman uncovers a dark secret about her neighbor and his mysterious new wife, she'll have to fight to keep herself and the woman she loves safe in the stunning queer reimagining of the classic folktale, The Silky Wife. Oh, interesting. I'm not familiar with that classic folktale. So content warnings, murder, homophobia, confinement, domestic abuse, animal death, off page. Okay, don't take our word for it. Taste the very first page. November 1831. That's like when the thing starts. When a sharp cry wakes Jean in the middle of the night during a terrible tempest, she's convinced it must have been a dream. But when the cry comes again, Jean ventures outside and is shocked by what she discovers. A young woman in labor, drenched to the bone in the bitter cold and able to speak barely a word of English. Interesting. I have not even heard of this book. Let's see. Ooh, how do I even say this one? Wow. Gothic fiction and horror. That cover is terrifying. I'm terrified of this cover. I don't know if I can have this on my shelf. I would be scared. Jennifer Thorne skewers all too familiar family dynamics in this sly, wickedly funny vacation gothic. What? Beautifully unhinged and deeply satisfying. It's a sharp twist on the classic haunted house story, exploring loneliness, belonging, and the seemingly inescapable bonds of family mythology. I kind of want it now. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Death, body horror, abortion, off page. And it has 2 rules for the annual PACE family destination vacations: tread lightly and survive. Ooh, this is going to be creepy, y'all. It's going to be funny and creepy, I feel like. But that cover is so scary. I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, we also have expiration dates. Let me know what you think about these covers also. I'm so excited they have this one. They teased it, like basically after their March picks like went up and stuff, they like teased this one right away. So I knew it was going to be one of their picks, and I'm very happy because I will be selecting this one. So expiration dates, romance, contemporary fiction, includes a dog, magical realism. From the New York Times bestselling author of In 5 Years and One Italian Summer comes a love story that will define a generation. Being single is like playing the lottery. There's always the chance that with one piece of paper, you could win it all. Chronic illness. And then spice rating 3 of 5, open door. Daphne Bell believes the universe has a plan for her. Every time she meets a new man, she receives a slip of paper with his name and a number on it, the exact amount of times they will be together. The papers told her she spent 3 days with Martin in Paris, 5 weeks with Noah in San Francisco, and 3 months with Hugo, her ex-boyfriend turned best friend. Daphne has been receiving the numbered papers for over 20 years, always wondering when there might be one without an expiration. Finally, the night of a blind date at her favorite Los Angeles restaurant. There's only a name. Jake. Okay, let's see. Go back. And then finally, How to Solve Your Murder, which is a thriller mystery crime book. And it says for fans of Knives Out and the Thursday Murder Club, an enormously fun mystery about a woman who spends her entire life trying to prevent her foretold murder, only to be proven right 60 years later when she is found dead in her sprawling country estate. Now it's up to her great niece to catch the killer. Murder is the content warning. So it's 1965, and teenage Frances Adams is in an English country fair with her 2 best friends. But Francis's night takes a hairpin turn when a fortune teller makes a bone-chilling prediction. One day, Francis will be murdered. Francis spends a lifetime trying to solve a crime that hasn't happened yet, compiling dirt on every person who crosses her path in an effort to prevent her own demise. For decades, no one takes Francis seriously until nearly 60 years later, when Francis is found murdered, like she always said she would be. And then in the present day, Annie Adams has been summoned to a meeting at the sprawling country estate of her wealthy and reclusive great aunt Frances. So that sounds super fun. Yeah, so let me know what you think about their picks. Here they are again: Expiration Date, How to Solve Your Own Murder, James, The Rule Book, A Sweet Sting of Salt, and this one right here. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh, let me know all of your thoughts. Let's see. I've heard that could win the Pulitzer Prize already. Interesting. Hello, welcome. Need to reread Huckleberry first. Yeah, I feel that. Working and trying to see you. Man, 5 stars for you. And How to Solve Your Murder is 4.5. Ooh, interesting. I'm wondering if I would like that book. Oh my goodness. Well, lots to think about for sure. Yeah, let me know what you think you're going to pick, if you're going to pick anything. But yeah, so that wraps up this Aardvark, monthly selection video. Like I said, I already did the book of the month one. You can go back and watch that if you missed it. I do these every month, hopefully like on the day that the pigs drop and all of that. I've been doing pretty good. Tough choice. They do a good job with, yeah, I really do think that they do for sure. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and take off. Everybody have a wonderful day, a great month, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, friends.